Hello everyone, welcome to this gentle stretchy class today. We have some somatic unwinding and myofascial release. So that does mean you are going to need a block for today's practice. You can have 1 or 2 blocks, and a foam block is going to give you a more gentle massage and a cork one a little bit firmer. So if the cork one is too firm, just make sure you have a t-shirt or a blanket that you can cover your block in. And we're actually going to start with some movement today. So let's bring our block just to the top edge of our mat for later. We're going to tuck the toes under, come to an all fours position. We're going to take a breath in. And then as you exhale, pressing back into the toes. Good. Inhaling forwards. Exhaling back. Continue with that motion. You might like to close your eyes. Starting to feel into the soles of the feet. Feeling into your breath and how it's flowing today. And all throughout this practice, you are welcome to take it in your own direction. It really doesn't matter what it looks like. We're going to be very explorative in this one. Great. Okay, so next time you press back into the heels, you're going to walk your hands back. Maybe some of us keep the hands down onto the ground. Otherwise, maybe bringing hands onto the thighs and relaxing the full weight of your body into those toes. Wonderful. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. And maybe we just take a little gentle rock from side to side, just moving that stretch around a little bit. Notice if this causes a gathering through the jaw, maybe give it a little wriggle, loosen it off. Lovely. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, releasing down, untucking the toes, coming onto the tops of the feet now. And then either staying here, this might be enough for some of us, or we're going to take our hands behind. Just gently lifting the knees. And again, you might just rock from one side to the other. You might hold stillness. See how you feel. And you can always drop those knees at any point and just hold this stretch. So really getting into the front of the ankle, feeling that travel up the shin. Really activating through the feet. Great, let's take one more full breath. And as you exhale, lower down, come to all fours, lift the feet, and then just take a roll of the ankles here. Maybe fan out the toes. You might feel a little bit of warmth or heat there. Good. Circling the ankles the opposite way. Lovely. So just make sure you've got your block to hand. From here, we're going to come down onto our belly. So releasing the feet, coming down onto the belly, relaxing the head onto the hands, separate the feet, and then let's just take a little rock of the hips from side to side. Just let it be nice and easy. Breathing into the belly. Lovely, a nice moment for the lower back. Wonderful. Good. From here, just bringing that to a gentle stop. Relaxing the head. You're going to bend your right knee so the right foot is in the air. And then from the knee, you're going to make some circles here. So circling that right foot around. And they're probably not going to be perfect circles, and that's okay. Good. And circling the opposite way. Just exploring how that feels at different points. Lovely. And then relaxing that leg down. We'll do the opposite side. So bending into the left knee, circling around through the knee. Just letting gravity help you out as well. Good, and then circling the opposite way. Good, and then finally relaxing that foot down. Beautiful. From here, we're going to find our block, and we're coming into a half frog on the right side. So you're going to bring the block just by your hip and then place the inner part of your knee, lower part of your inner thigh onto the block. You can stay up on your forearms. You might relax all the way down like we were before. It doesn't really matter too much. And then relax this right foot. Good. As you inhale, we're going to explore extending that leg out. As you exhale, bringing it in. Good. Inhale, extend. You might go with pointed toes. Exhale back. And you might explore going with a flex foot. Sometimes it's helpful to look at the leg as you move it to find that mind-body connection, or you might relax down and just focus on how it feels internally without needing to look. Lovely, good. Okay, next time it's extended out to the side, we're going to hold it there. Nice full breaths. Wonderful. And then bending the knee, bringing it back in, lifting the knee off, extend the leg back, take a little rock of the hips side to side. And then we'll do the opposite side. So left knee comes up, pop the block underneath the inner knee, inner thigh. Settle your hips down, maybe your head down. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, bringing it in. Inhale to lengthen and reach. Exhale, bringing it in. Again, maybe exploring with whether you point the toe or you flex the foot. Good. And then next time you extend out, we're just going to hold it there, but still really feel the support of the block. So it's not too much effort to keep it out to the side. Nice big breath in. And then as you exhale, bending the knee, bringing the foot in, just removing that block. Take the leg back. And again, just shaking out through the hips. Beautiful. This time, let's lift both feet at the same time and let the feet drop from side to side. Good. Okay, relaxing the feet down. We might go quite wide with the feet. Maybe the feet are as wide as our mat. Relaxing the tops of the feet down. Inhale, let's come onto the forearms, coming into a Sphinx pose. So some of us will be here and we'll stay here, and that might be enough for us today. Some of us, if you feel like you want to take it a little bit further, you might begin to extend the arms, keeping the pubic bone down, the bottom nice and relaxed. And if you can, see if you can keep your shoulders down away from your ears so the neck is nice and long. Gorgeous. And then wherever you are, we're going to take some nice big full belly breaths. Good. Relaxing the legs, softening the shoulders. If you want to take it further, you can always walk the hands closer towards you, or remember you can bring it down a notch. Good, let's take one more breath here. And as you exhale, lowering down, we're going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders, the big toes together, press it back to a child's pose. If you want to use your block as a little pillow, that might be really nice. And just take a little rock through the hips here. Breathing in space to that lower back now. Great, okay, we're going to thread the needle here, get into the back of the shoulder. So let's thread our left arm all the way through, palm facing up, left ear down, maybe to a block or the ground. And then if it feels good, you might press into that right hand and breathe nice and deep. Wonderful. We're going to switch it over from here. So let's bring the left hand back. Thread that right arm all the way through. It comes down. Maybe a light press into the left hand. And then follow your journey of breath. Notice how we can open up the back of the shoulder, mostly through the breath. Good, okay, from here, let's bring that right hand back, coming to an all fours position. Spreading the fingers wide, let's take a little exploration into downward facing dog. So whatever feels good in your down dog today, really letting the head go. If you're craving stillness, be there. If you're feeling a little mooch, maybe a pulse, a sway, something else. Stay connected to the breath wherever you are. Lovely. And then wherever we are, we'll find just a few moments of stillness. So feet are about hip width, toes ever so slightly turned in, just slightly. Little softness through the knees, and then see if we can get the tailbone higher. And then begin to press down through the heels. Breathing in space to the back of the legs. Okay, from here we're going to begin to walk the feet towards the hands. So we're coming to the top edge of our mat. And take a nice easy forward fold here. So softness through the knees, heaviness through the head. Little sway, little bounce. Lovely. And then grab your block. Bring it right underneath your face. It can be on the high point, it can be on the medium point. See how you go. You're going to bring your left hand to the block. Inhale, reach your right hand high, straightening out that right leg as you reach up towards the sky into that twist. Good. With the support of the block, you might begin to rock forwards and back and just see how that feels in your outer right hip. Good, and then switching that round. So your right hand comes down, right knee bends, left arm to the sky, and then maybe a little rock, a little extra push into the block to find more twist. Awesome, one more breath. And then as you exhale, bringing the hand down, bending both knees. From here, we're going to step the right foot back, nice and long. Drop the knee, relax the toe. And then take the block with you in your right hand, placing that block by your right shin. And then your left arm reaches up. Option to stay here. This might feel good for some of us, feeling that stretch through the front of the hip, front of the thigh. Or we may sink the hips forwards And just see how that feels to just give in to gravity a little bit more, but listen to your lower back. Really nice. One more breath. Exhale. Let's bring that block out in front. You're going to bring your left hand onto the block. Step your back foot forwards. And then step the left foot back. Drop the knee. Relax the toe. Take that block over to the shin. And then reaching that right arm up. Exploring here. Maybe staying quite upright. Maybe sinking and giving yourself to gravity. You might kind of move in and out of it to find the point that feels most appropriate. Just checking in that you can still breathe really freely wherever you are. The breath doesn't become restricted as we move maybe deeper into the shape. Really nice. One more breath here. Exhale. Let's bring the right hand down. Take the block forwards. You're going to step the back foot forwards. And then turn the toes out. We're coming into a deep squat from here. So you might use your block, you might not. We're going to sit onto the block if we're using it. Right onto those sitting bones. And then hands together at our heart. Toes are turned out. Chest is nice and proud. Lovely. And then see if we can get our forearms kind of parallel with the ground. That's going to help open out our chest and open out our hips as we press into those inner knees. Great. Really relax your glutes. See if you can actively relax around your lower back. So you're proper sitting down. You haven't got to get up again. Lovely. Breathing in. And then as you exhale, we're going to grab a hold of the block, remove it, sit the bottom down. Just move that block to one side. And then extend your left leg long, hug the right knee in, and then let it drop out to the side. If you want support for this knee, you can use your block here if you wish, particularly if the knee is kind of hovering in space. Great, take a nice big breath. See if we can lift out of the waistline. Exhale, folding over that straight leg. Maybe we hold on to something, the toe, the ankle. Maybe we just place our hands by the sides. Good. Okay, we're going to find a little flow here. You can make it as big or as small as you wish. So coming on up, bring your right hand behind. Inhale, left hand high. As you exhale, we're going to circle that hand down. Your right hand touches onto that left foot. Good. And then back again. Inhale, opening. Exhale, bringing it across. Nice. You can stick with this. If you want a little bit more, you might lift the hips up and then circle it down and around. You might go past your foot so it's almost like a twist. I'm just going to enjoy this movement just for a couple more breaths. Good. And then next time you lower down, we're going to switch. So your right leg extends, left knee in, let it drop. Starting with that stretch. So breathing in, sitting tall. Exhale, think about your tailbone pointing back as you lean forwards. Maybe the hands are rested. If you're holding on to something, try not to pull too much. Be kind to yourself. Sometimes when we force our body into something, it just fights back. So there's not much point. Think about using an encouraging breath. Nice full breath in. And a nice slow, relaxing exhale might just give you that little bit of extra space that you're feeling like. Good. Okay. We're going to come into a flow. So walking the hands up, left hand behind, right arm up, breathe in. Exhale, spiral down and across. Left hand touches right foot. Good. Inhaling up. Exhale, spiraling down. Good. Adding the hip lift if you want. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering, and then maybe coming into a deeper reach. Lovely, good. Okay, next time you lower those hips down, that will be your last one. And we're going to extend both legs out. Wonderful. Grab a hold of your block. We're going to come onto our back. So we're going to come into a little bit of a supported back bend. So lifting the hips, placing the block underneath your sacrum. So finding that point and then really letting your hips be heavy against that block. Lovely. Option to stay here with the knees bent. You might explore having the knees dropping in. You might take the feet wider. Another option would be to extend one leg, maybe the other, and just really let your hips be heavy. Good. See if you can allow yourself to completely pause here. Every exhale, just sending a little message to the body that it doesn't need to hold on, that it's safe to relax. If it gets too much with the legs straight, you can always bend them and have the feet grounded. Okay, we're going to take one more breath. Good. And then slowly bringing the legs in if they're still straight. Gently, gently, just picking the hips up off the block so you can remove it. And then placing those hips down. When you get down, think about pointing your tailbone up towards the ceiling. So it's that slight little tuck of the tailbone. And then let the knees drop left to right. Good. And then finally, bringing the knees into the chest or towards the armpits. And just having a little rock or a massage here too. Wonderful, good. And then placing the feet back down. We're going to take a little neck massage to finish. So you're going to grab your block and you're aiming for where your skull meets your spine. So you're going to find a little dip in the back of the head. Placing your head right onto that point. So your neck is hanging off the block. Nice. Once you're there, you can just relax your arms, have your feet however you like. And from here, we're just going to move the head slowly from side to side. So as you move one side, you're going to go over a little hump of muscle, back center, and then over the other side, a little mound of muscle. Just take that in your own time. It might take you a little bit of figuring out roughly where it is. So really let the weight of your head be heavy against the block, nice and relaxed, so that neck can relax. And it might feel like quite a firm massage on those muscles. And particularly if you get tension headaches and things, they might be quite sensitive. So go nice and slow And if it's too much with a cork block, definitely pop a t-shirt or a little bit of extra padding so it's less firm. Okay, next time you turn your head to the right, I'm just going to find a point here, a point of interest in that little mound of muscle that we can eventually just relax onto. So soften the shoulders, soften the jaw, even the hands and the feet. Every exhale, can you allow your body to lean into this myofascial release? Good, and then we're going to slowly move off, move back through center. Little pause. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So moving the head to the left. Again, just taking a little tiny movement to find a little spot of interest. And then eventually just relaxing into that spot. Head heavy. Notice if any area of your body is kind of reacting to this. Really nice. Let's take one more breath here. And then slowly rolling off through center. Nice. And then we'll just gently go from side to side for a final time. Just a general little brush over. So those pinpoint myofascial release is really good for finding mind-muscle connection. It might feel sensitive at the time, but it's going to tell your mind that, oh, there's a point there that we haven't thought about for a while. Have we thought about sending it some healing or fresh life or a little bit of extra circulation? Gorgeous, lovely. And then coming back through center, let's bring one hand onto the head, one hand onto the block. Support your head as you lift it up. Remove the block. And then lower your head back down. Good. And then just generally moving the head left to right, left to right. Nice, well done. Hugging the knees into the chest. Wonderful. You're welcome to stay here and enjoy maybe a guided relaxation now, or just lying back in silence for a little while. Or if you're ready to close your practice, we're going to come up to a seat. You might sit onto your block. Just softening the hands onto the thighs, relax the shoulders, closing the eyes. Taking a breath in to find length through the spine. And as you exhale, soften the jaw, shoulders, chest, belly. A moment's pause. Bringing your hands into prayer. Notice how you feel. And then bowing the head and really thanking yourself for carving out the time for your body and your mind. When you feel ready, open your eyes. And thank you so much for joining me for this one. And I'll see you on the next one very soon.